Hey guys, and welcome back. This is going to be our final episode for the Graveyard Keeper, but if you guys want to see more, just absolutely let me know, because I can always record more. So we're going to be finishing up the bridge in this episode. We're also going to be going to visit the astronomer. And then that's pretty much all we can get done, just because of how long it takes to get from one end of town to the other. So immediately, first thing in the morning, I'm going to head over towards where the astronomer is, just because it is clear on the other side of town, and since I don't have any of the shortcuts open, it's going to take almost all day to get there. I will say that's one of the things that I'm not too keen on about the game, is that it just takes forever to get anywhere in the beginning of the game, and it's very easy to miss important quests because of it. So as you can see, it's probably a little bit afternoon when we're arriving at the astronomer's house. I would say that's a pretty average amount of time to get here once you know where you're going. Before you know where you're going, it can be kind of hard to tell where you're supposed to go. So I'm also going to talk to the lighthouse keeper while I'm here and go ahead and get his quest to go get a moss for a fishing rod. Just because he's already here and it's not hard to just go ahead and grab it while I'm here. So while we're here, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him as well, and get his quest, because he'll sell you hemp seeds, and hemp seeds can actually be really helpful for crafting later on down the line. Now, I'm not gonna buy anything from him right now, just because I don't have my farming place set up yet. It's gonna be a while before I do, if I continue to record, so for right now, it doesn't do me a lot of good to actually buy anything from him. And as you can see, there's our donkey on the way back from delivering a body. The body's probably not going to be in the best condition because of how long I had to be out away from it. And that you'll see it's not in the worst condition, but you'll see that when I take it in here to the autopsy table, you can see that it is, the bar on it is starting to go green. I also went ahead and unlocked the heart spares so I could go ahead and get the skull that the astronomer asked for. And this is the screen that I was mentioning a couple of episodes ago about the NPCs, where it'll show you everything you need to see. I made a surgeon's mistake, which will bring down the rating of the body. And unfortunately this body is really negatively rated, so it will be kind of a drag on my graveyard until I can decorate it, or until I can cremate the bodies. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that you need to have the exhumation permits to be able to cremate bodies that are already in your graveyard, so it can be worthwhile, especially later on, to go ahead and pay attention to those ratings that the bodies have, because it will be more beneficial to burn the body before trying to bury it if it has a really negative rating. But bodies that are in good condition can be beneficial. Ultimately, that's how I decide what I am and am not going to bury. And you'll notice, even though the body isn't actually in the morgue, the body is still noted in the corner as being there. And the more spaces you have set up in your morgue, the more bodies you'll be able to hold on to for longer. Now, keep in mind, the longer you hold on to a body, the lower its rating will be. And that isn't easy to prevent early on in the game. I will say one of the most helpful upgrades you can do is fixing both sides of the body chute where the donkey will come in, because it'll go ahead and put it underground, and it makes it a lot easier to immediately get it onto the autopsy table and taken care of or stored. I'm just checking to see what I need to go ahead and build the planks. And I need simple iron parts and filch to be able to build the table out. I will say it's very helpful if you're someone like me who has a really bad memory and you want to take the extra time to do it. It can be really helpful to just jot down a list of things that you want to do and the items you need to do them. It helps a lot with being able to manage your energy, but if you have a great memory, then it's not that big of an issue. I know that my memory is really bad. So I'm going up here to see if I can demolish these bee houses in the apiary to get any simple iron parts, because I don't have the ability to smelt any more iron at the moment. So I'm looking for either twigs or simple iron parts. There was quite a long time when I was playing that I actually had to wander around before I was able to find twigs to be able to smelt down into simple iron parts. Oh, and this is the area where your crematorium would be. I don't really, I just kind of walked through it there. In general, you need to have 10 twigs in order to be able to get any sort of flame rating for your furnace. So that's what I was wandering around trying to find, and I go ahead and tuck them away in the trunk. When I go to the furnace, I can go ahead and put them in there even though they're in the trunk. It's just a good way to manage inventory space by tucking things away where they're supposed to go. And I remembered that I had the rest of these down here to see if I could get any nails or iron parts for the carpenter's workbench. And I did manage to get quite a few nails, but not the simple iron parts that I needed. Now I did have one simple iron part left over that I was able to use to build the workbench, which worked out great because for the bridge you don't need iron parts, you just need nails. But you definitely need planks, so I really had my heart set on trying to get the bridge repaired on the last day here because it was that was my main goal for this recording, was getting that done within the 7 days. And as you'll see, the bishop's back now. It's been a full 6-day cycle in the game. Now, it's probably going to annoy you that I'm going to probably go back and check that bridge at least 2 more times in this episode because I'm going to forget what I need for it. This is why it's really beneficial to write things down for me. All I need now is the nails, and the nails are probably the most time-consuming part because of the iron needing to smelt. I definitely recommend going and collecting other resources while you are waiting on your iron to smelt. I kind of just putzed around until it was done. So now I'm just going ahead and I'm heading right back over to where the bridge is. I should be able to just go ahead and repair it. Now, this is the part that's going to be frustrating because I didn't bring any bread with me, and I ran out of energy, so I have to hike all the way back to my house before I can finish the bridge. I can tell you that I was swearing at myself because of the fact I forgot to bring bread with me. And just so I don't make the same mistake again, I went ahead and brought the whole stack of bread with me. It's a good idea to just carry some food on you if you have space in your inventory, but a lot of times it's something I'll forget to do. So I go ahead and I'll finish off the bridge here. And I'll give you a little peek at what's on the other side just to show you what I mean. So you don't have to go too far over here to find it, but there are iron deposits pretty much all over the place over here. And those do replenish. Alright, and that just about wraps up our time in Graveyard Keeper, and thank you for watching my series on how to get through your first week in Graveyard Keeper. I hope it was helpful for some of you guys, and I look forward to hearing from you. Let me know if you'd like to see me play more of this game, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!